y'all, we are back with another dense update. Here we go. Well, as you can tell, I have a new look. I'm in a little corner of the garage now. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Not a whole lot happening over the last couple of days, but there was some stuff that was happening prior to the holiday. And in case you were too busy last minute Christmas shopping or hanging out with the fam, wrapping presents, I'm going to get you all caught up to speed on what you might have missed. The day before Christmas Eve, Barbell Spin posted an article to their Instagram page and to his website stating that they had received the full autopsy report for Lazar Dukic. They did this through the Texas Public Information Act requested through the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office. A toxicology report and the full autopsy report were completed on August 22nd and November 7th. The toxicology analysis was negative, and postmortem vitreous electrolytes showed no abnormalities of glucose and postmortem changes of VUN, sodium, potassium, and chloride. And that is a lot of, I don't really understand what that means.
The postmortem, that means after he's dead, toxicological analysis was negative, meaning there was no sign of like the heart didn't fire off the chemicals or the brain didn't fire off the chemicals that it does, I guess, that are present when someone has a stroke or a heart attack. And okay, meaning that the system, all the oil and fluids were right.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like he was low on electrolytes and freaked out.
Right.
The air temperature on August 8th was 93 degrees, and the water temperature at Marine Creek Lake was 85 degrees. Now, the only thing that really stood out to me was medical examiner observed an enlarged heart with the left ventricle hypertrophy, the thickening of the left ventricle of the heart, consistent with cardiac changes to athletes. It is also more commonly referred to as athlete's heart. In the article, it explains that it is estimated that 2% of athletes, especially elite long-distance runners, cyclists, and triathletes, have athlete's heart. But according to the Cleveland Clinic, athlete's heart describes differences in your heart's left ventricle and other changes that happen when you exert yourself for an hour a day on most days of the week. However, it's a harmless condition with no symptoms.
I know I'm going to get just completely hammered in the comments for this, but there's no amount of doctors or science that can't tell me that something happened to his heart out there. I would like to know if they got his heart and they studied his heart more. The autopsy reported Lazar's left ventricle free wall thickness to be 1.8 centimeters.
Shortly after the Barbell Spin posted this to their Instagram and website, Brian of the Barbell Spin went on the Real Sevan podcast live with Sevan and Matt Souza to discuss the entire article and findings.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense to me, it makes sense to me. I agree with Larry, but I want more.
I don't think it has the answer we all wanted.
You can check the full article on the Barbell Spin website. You can find the live show on the Real Sevan podcast. Also, before the holiday, Morning Chalk Up had posted their Instagram page the findings of a survey that Mike Halpin of the Known and Knowable page put together. The front page of the post says 25% of top 200 CrossFit athletes say no to the 2025 CrossFit Games season in a recent survey. The problem I have with this is it is wildly misleading. A semifinal athlete who placed 13th at the Northeast semifinal, which is arguably more competitive than the West, Taylor Self, comments on here, "I didn't get a survey." He says, "I wonder how many other athletes didn't get one, so accuracy is in question. These numbnuts live in an echo chamber. I was 13th at semifinal, 84th in the open, and 104th in quarterfinals. So you missed all the other athletes who were top 200 this year. You also didn't get a response from half of the athletes because the other half have no interest in giving you or Morning Chalk Up the time of day." They keep going back and forth. Essentially, Mike Halpin explains that he went off of a worldwide ranking basis, which if you're not getting athletes that participated in a semifinal, especially one being so close to the bubble of making it to a CrossFit Games, then your survey says nothing. What you should have done was reached out to all of the athletes that participated in a semifinal last year and asked for them to participate in the survey. Now, as we all know, Dave went live with Sevan last week for his first time on camera. He also did follow through and posted a weekend review that following Monday. It was only about 3.5 minutes long, just basically recapping what he had talked about with Sevan, but he did say that he plans to continue these and do these consistently each week. He gave his reasons why he decided now was the right time. He said that Jenna Haka, she is the chief marketing officer at CrossFit, asked him if he was ready and thought it was a good idea for him to sit down with Sevan just because he's so comfortable with him. They have a long relationship, to kind of ease his way back into things and getting out there and being more forward facing. So welcome back, Dave. Last time I checked, all the comments were really positive, welcoming Dave back, excited to see him, looking forward to more weekend reviews. You can go and scroll through. I think there was only one negative comment out of the 132 that I saw. Now, if you didn't get a chance to go watch CrossFit Mayhem's recent podcast with Rich Froning, Angela DeTico, and Rory McKernan, you definitely want to check that one out. They talk about Mayhem Classic, how they feel about this whole CrossFit Games season, a little bit about...
And I'll say it. When Greg vilified the games as, we don't need to be doing this, we don't need to be supporting this, CrossFit needs to be hands off. I don't know if that's the right answer, but that's when it died. That's when everything went to shit.
Rich is aware of what Caroline Lambre had said in regards to what have the affiliates done for CrossFit.
People saying stupid shit online about dividing it even further. Like, what is the affiliates ever done for the CrossFit Games? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
You couldn't have the CrossFit Games without the affiliates.
Right.
I'm with you, Rich. That is the dumbest shit we've ever heard.
See, he gets it.
Proven Fitness released a new video to their YouTube channel, a little behind the scenes from the Hyrox that James Newberry and Tia Claire Toomey did, as well as Jay Crouch and Maddie Sturt. This behind the scenes of Tia and Shane and Willow is probably the most real version of Tia that I've seen. And the reason I say that is it's not the CrossFit Games where she has so many different events to prepare for, to recover, to be eating, to be sleeping, doing all of the things over a span of a few days. And this is just one event she's going to go do in an hour. She seemed obviously very much more relaxed and having fun, but Willow and her hanging out and playing around, and her and Shane doing the mom and dad thing.
Let's go, Jay. Way to go, mate. Way to go. Hey, get the narrow lane. Jay, he's breathing. Have it, go.
And then afterwards, she's talking to people in what looks like a cool down area with some other athletes and coaches. And she's got Willow and she's trying to jump out of her arms and go run off and play. And
like last night was so inspiring. Everyone was sprinting for an hour. I was like, oh, it's so cool.
You can watch that full video on the Proven Fitness YouTube channel. I understand why CrossFitters are doing Hyrox. It's mostly CrossFit. Look at all of the movements in there. A skier, a rower, running, a sled pull, a sled push, farmer's carry, burpee broad jumps, lunges with a sandbag. That's all stuff we do in CrossFit. So naturally, we would want to try it. But it's not unknown and unknowable. It's not constantly varied. It's the same shit every single time. I have no desire to participate in the same thing every single time. It's going to be on the list with triathlons, bone frogs, Spartan races, mud runs. That's not something I would be doing regularly. Nothing stops Taylor Self from doing Kel Taylor. On Christmas Day, he did Kel Taylor from Spartanburg at CrossFit Crash. This workout, y'all, 50 muscle ups into a max effort cows on the rower. You had 6 minutes.
Time cap, 6 minutes. Your score is how many calories you get on the row with the remaining time you have. We are at the 1 minute mark now.
20.
Wow.
20? Oh my God.
Unbroken in 1 minute.
Opening set of 20.
And I'm thinking, oh shit, he's probably going to blow up. But his muscle ups looked solid. I think from there he did another 10 and then he went down to 8. And then he failed a rep or he no-repped himself, finished, got on the rower somewhere a little after the 5 minute mark. I want to say 5:06, and ended up getting 24 cals on the rower, but he wasn't pulling as fast because he thought he had another minute.
Gabe, next week's gonna be right in your wheelhouse, dude.
Is that right?
Yeah, no, we're not letting anyone else in. You're the last one. $2,000.
Well, I'm gonna be sore until then, so.
And since no one was able to beat Taylor, prize money will go up to $2,000 for next Saturday. The workout will be posted on the Real Sevan podcast Instagram channel in the morning. You can text in the number to get a link and take your shot and try to beat Taylor. And I love roasting the trolls in the comment section. But because it was Christmas, I think everybody was feeling kind of nice and pleasant. So there wasn't really a lot of that. We're going to do a little scroll through Instagram and you'll just get my honest, blind reaction. I'm going to try not to edit this at all. I'm going to have it just be exactly what comes to my head. Why is Rich Froning on Northern California Classics post? Let's see.
Excited to be part of the 2025 NorCal Classic as the official programming partner at Mayhem Athlete. To make it to the main event, make sure to register for the qualifier.
All right. Justin Medeiros signed. I think we all saw that coming because if you went to their following, you could see they were following all of the athletes that they had signed so far. The only person they hadn't signed that they were already following was Justin Medeiros. So we saw that one coming.
Functional fitness.
Functional fitness. The sport of CrossFit is the idea of the sport of CrossFit, whether you're going to call it whatever you want to call it. It's here to stay, and so is the method.
Thank you. Isn't that what I've been saying? Stop calling it functional fitness. It's CrossFit. They're just saying it a little bit nicer than I did. Diet and movement are the cornerstones of health. Get off the carbs, off the couch, define our philosophy. Greg Glassman. Yes, sir. I'm going to like that. Strike. Man, I love me
The
some
one and done sale from Podium is the biggest sale of the year every year. Last year, we sent 25 people to the CrossFit Games. This year, we're going to fly out 10 people for 2 days of private coaching with me. To claim any order of $1,500 or more will qualify, and spots are going to fill quickly.
An order of $1,500 or more? Did I hear that right? What? Win a chance to win and come train with him if you spend $1,500? Who in the fuck is spending $1,500 on Podium in one shopping trip? Let's go see what the comments say.
The one and done sale from Podium.
Shush, Fraser. Supplements for the year. Excited to step up even supplements for the year in a 2-day mini camp. $1,500, bruh. Okay. For flights, hotel, a year of subs, and a training camp, not a bad deal, honestly. Okay, Buttery Bros coming to the defense. Did he just say $1,500 like a month's rent payment? $1,500. Inflation be hitting hard. Is that the only comment? There's only that many comments. When did this? Okay. 2 days getting privately coached by the guy who pissed on CrossFit when he retired. No thanks. I'll pass. Michelle and Ricky. They're cute. Did they get married? I know they were engaged. She's cute. CrossFit fitness in 100 words. Starting with Hiller. Oh, go back. Oh, here's the cliffhanger challenge that I was talking about. 70 pounds. I think I could do 70 pounds. Oh, this fucking guy. Lipson. You got to admit, though, Lipson has a lot of character. He always has. If you go and you watch some of the old behind the scenes from the games with Cammie, his wife, he's just a funny dude. Hold tight. Let's go back. What? Oh, Hiller put out a new video? Oh, this bitch. That's Jess Griffith. Now Jess McCoy or something like that. Matt Chan. Dang, I bet that's going to be good. All right. Moving on. No knowable. What are you sharing today? No knowable. You're sharing HWPO stuff. Nobody cares. There. Oh, fuck that. Jeez, Corey. Ugh. Oh, God. I know I'm at the age where I fall down the stairs. All right, how do I click out of that? Jesus. I don't do. Where is Gabby? Dang, I want to be there. Look at that water. That is beautiful. Oh, girl still in a boot. And in the thumb, man. Oh, let's... Wishing you a speedy recovery. Man. She looks great, though. Look at her. Wow, Born Primitive sponsors her. Interesting. Or maybe she just wants them to. That's why she's tagging them. This is Allie. She's the one that said she hopes Dave Castro gets everything he deserves. Born Primitive isn't really about the cancel culture. Someone should tell her that. That is all for this dense update. Be sure to leave us a comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you're into this sort of thing, you can head over to my Instagram where you can follow me there for all the latest happenings in the CrossFit community.